Albion Online is no longer free to play, Red 5 misses payroll on Christmas, all that and more. I'm Zach Sharps, and this is Free to Play Weekly. To kick off the new year, you ever played that game Sleeping Dogs? Well, if you have, you might have heard about the free-to-play title Triad Wars that United Front Games was cooking up. It featured similar gameplay in terms of combat and other similarities tying it into the Sleeping Dogs universe. However, the game will not make it out of closed beta. After reaching out to Square Enix, we found out that Triad Wars will be ending service. They stated the following: "We've loved seeing how you've played Triad Wars, but we know it wasn't right for many of you, so we're letting you know today that we're going to close the beta in service on January 20th. A new year starting out with a new game closure. I can't really blame them though with this one. The gameplay tied in many similarities, but it lost Sleeping Dog's soul in the process." Did you guys check out the title? If so, what do you think about it? If you follow my Twitter at Zach Sharps, shameless plug I know, you probably saw me tweeting about massive server instability within DC Universe Online. Well, after the second day of this happening, I investigated it a bit and found out what it was: a DDoS attack on Daybreak servers. This was claimed by a user called The Proxies, and mainly was targeted, we believe, at H1Z1, with other Daybreak games being collateral damage. The user didn't state why exactly he did it, but if you looked at any cyber attack maps, they do exist, cyber nukes, as I dub them, were flinged smack dab into California and other regions of the United States during the holidays, causing massive server instability. Daybreak still to this time, as far as I know, never really came out and stated that this was a DDoS attack. However, it's very evident that it was, considering there is evidence of such. Luckily, as far as I can tell after playing DC Universe Online issue free today, they weathered the storm, for now. Sandbox Interactive, the developers behind the open-world sandbox title Albion Online, posted on their forum a new roadmap for the title. In this roadmap, the founder of Sandbox Interactive explained that the game's closed beta will be extended until at least August 2016, and the game will no longer be free-to-play at launch. Founders of the title already own the game as of right now, and anyone else who wants to own Albion can either buy a Founders Pack, which starts out at $30 and goes all the way up to $100, or wait until the game's starter packs go live at launch. With the closed beta being extended to August 2016, Sandbox Interactive wishes to expand the world of Albion by increasing map size significantly, fine-tune the combat by tweaking skill shots, add new spells, add more variety to the game's dungeons, and a whole lot more. The change to buy-to-play is due to them wanting Albion to be a long-term success, while also preventing rampant spamming, botting, etc. Overall, as someone who is very hyped for this game, my concern with this delay is that many games nowadays milk their Founders Packs into oblivion. However, Sandbox Interactive has been fleshing out Albion Online over time with new features, tweaks, and just making the game a ton better really quickly. That said, it's sad to see it move away from the free-to-play model, especially since it means I can no longer discuss it on the show. What do you guys think of this move? Leave a comment down below. Red 5, the developers behind the free-to-play open-world shooter Firefall, seem to have missed payroll on Christmas Day. Reports stated that the company said the following to employees: "Hi team, I regret to inform you that Red 5 currently does not have the funds necessary to meet our payroll scheduled for today, Friday, December 25th. Later, according to Game Informer, Red 5 met with employees to attempt to work out a deal to get their paychecks deposited by December 30th. Then, to add to this mess, they stated to GamesBeat that recent rumors of Red 5 Studios' financial situations are not accurate. Finally, they stated a longer statement to us here at MMO Bomb, which you guys can read the full statement down below in the description, clarifying that they paid their employees, then listing off their current ventures as of late. Personally, I've never respected Red 5 Studios' leadership. Their game's history tells the tale on why that is. However, I want to gauge your guys' perspective, so it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked whether or not you guys give developers second chances. A user by the name of Blah I Don't Care 11 stated the following: "I don't give any dev a second chance. I don't give them a first chance. I assume every game is going to be garbage until it's proven not to be. Thanks for your guys' responses. That comment actually reminded me of one of my friends and partially how I think going into games. You never really want hype to blind you. As always, make sure to leave a comment down below to possibly be featured next week. This week's question is, what is the worst thing a developer has ever done in your eyes? Red 5 finally paid their employees, even if it was late, at least they were paid. However, I'm sure there's lots of examples of bad situations that you guys can highlight. I could name a good bit of them, but then we'd be here for hours. Last up on the show, hi-rez Studios released a new update for the free-to-play team-based shooter Paladins. The closed beta titles update brought forth the usual fixes and tweaks, but more importantly, they've added challenge matches and an experimental queue. To enter a challenge match, you'll need to be in a pre-made party of 5 and will face off against another pre-made group. The experimental queue, on the other hand, adds 2 new, more casual modes into the game. One is called Assault Mode, and instead of capturing points, siege engines will continually spawn, alternating between teams. The other is called Capture Point, which takes away siege engines entirely and forces teams to fight each other over points. Played a good bit of Paladins, but took a break from it recently, and so I haven't really checked out this update. That said, I'm liking how fast hi-rez is pumping out updates for the game, and I really can't wait to see it fully imagined come release. Speaking of being fast, be sure to head on over to the giveaways page, bookmark it, and check it daily to ensure that you never miss one. Oh, and also make sure to hit up MMOBomb.com's social media to never miss all the breaking news within the free-to-play space. As for myself, signing out until next week, I'm Zach Sharps, and I'll catch you guys next time.